And hello everyone, it's time for another flashlight review, and I have today something new from a company or by a flashlight name by the name of Utorch. There you have Utorch, and this is the UT01. It's only one of two or three different types of flashlights that are branded under the Utorch name. These are actually designed after a couple of lights of the Manker series. This one in particular does mimic the Manker E11, and although I have not had that particular flashlight before, I've seen it and have compared the notes on the two of these, and they are pretty much both the same flashlight. So if you wanted to get this one instead, it happens to be a little bit cheaper than the Manker and is available from GearBest. So anyway, this is the UT01 and a very nondescript box, as you can see that it comes in. This is the outer sleeve. So pull this off and you do get the regular box underneath. And again, very nondescript, sort of recycled material here. Open her up, and what pops up is the user manual, which is pretty good, very well written, and opens up into a fan fold here. You have sort of a diagram here of the operations of it, which is typical of what Manker puts in their flashlights, and also a written description underneath. And there is, some pretty good features on this flashlight. It's very small, so we'll get to that in a couple of moments. It uses a CREE XP-L LED, and it actually comes in two different tints, cool white and neutral white. And the one I'm going to show you today is the neutral white version. With depending on your battery, you'll get 400 lumens out of an Eneloop, an NIMH rechargeable battery, or you'll double it with 800 lumens if you use a rechargeable lithium 14500, which is what I use, and I certainly recommend the 14500, due of course to the brighter output. It does have an aircraft grade aluminum body and is hard anodized. It has a toughened ultra clear glass lens. It's waterproof, submersible to 2 meters, and impact resistant. So anyway, let me show you the flashlight before I go into some of the other particulars. So inside the package here you have the little accessory pack, and this has an adjustable lanyard and a spare O-ring. It would normally also have a pocket clip, but I have taken that off and attached it to the light, which is right here. So here's your flashlight, very small, only about 3.5 inches long, and also very thin. And the pocket clip here is very sturdy, so you can certainly put this absolutely anywhere. Anywhere and everywhere is where this will go along with you. So anyway, the pocket clip is very, very sturdy, and it tail stands just beautifully because it only operates via the side switch here. And as you can see right here, it says Utorch. So there we go, no other markings or anything on the light whatsoever. So anyway, let's get to some of the other particulars. In the manual here, obviously it describes the modes. You get moonlight, low, medium, and high, and it does tell you the difference between a AA battery and the 14500. So the brightest output comes with a 14500. You also have 3 emergency modes: strobe, SOS, and location beacon. So that's pretty nice. And 44 hours, as it notes right here, should be the average run time of constant use if you have it in moonlight mode. Not that anybody would do that, but that's what you get. And about half an hour or so on the highest mode in 800 lumens. I'm actually not sure. I thought perhaps it ramped down after a few minutes of on the high mode, but I haven't really noticed that. So anyway, be that as it may, it doesn't really mention anything about that, if it does do that, in the manual. There's nothing on the other side here. It's all blank, so everything in the manual is right here. And it does describe the batteries, of course. You can use the 14500, or you can use an NIMH, or you can use a standard alkaline battery. So those are your choices there. Anyway, so when you put the battery in, and just take off the tail cap, of course. And when we do so, we have a nice big spring right here. There's no spring inside the tube. Here is your 14500 battery here. This happens to be an IMR, which does provide a lot of power for flashlights, high drain devices. So anyway, positive side up, of course. Okay, tail cap go on, please. Okay, very simple operation on this light. All you do is press the button and you get instant light. And if I keep pressing the button, it will simply advance through the various modes and then go right back to moonlight again. So let me turn the light off. And we'll take a look at this. Now, without a cool white flashlight next to it, you may not be able to tell that the beam tint is particularly neutral or ever so slightly warm, but you know, if you had a cool white next to this, you would see the difference. It is a neutral white on, you know, this particular version. So here's moonlight, and of course, as with any moonlight, you do get nice coverage and complete darkness. Now this moonlight using a 14500 battery is about 10 lumens. It's only about 2 lumens if you use an alkaline battery. So it's a little bit brighter perhaps than your average moonlight, which tends to be only about 1 or 2 lumens. So anyway, I'm on moonlight right now. Give it one press and here's low. Give it another press. We have medium, and a final press and we're up to high, which has been rated at about 800 lumens. And again, this is a very nice beam tint on this. And if you can make out the actual beam here itself, it's not a V3 or an XP-L high. It's just an XP-L, and with the slight orange peel reflector that it has, it does produce a very nice smooth beam, which is on the wide side, so you don't get a whole lot of throw on this. It's very good. The throw is good for a light of this size. You know, it's pretty good, but it's not like it would be if it were an XP-L high LED. So it doesn't have quite as much throw, but it does do really well, as you can see, in moderate, you know, in low distance areas and so forth. So anyway, I'm very pleased with the actual beam coverage on this. And if I just press it again, obviously I just keep cycling through the modes. Now, if it does have a memory, so if I go up to medium here, and then to turn it off, I just press and hold. And then if I turn it back on again, it will be back in medium again. So each time I press and hold and turn off, and then turn on again, it will be in the last mode you used. As far as the ultra low or the moonlight mode is concerned, if I just keep clicking through it, now there's the highest mode right there. Let me see. This is actually, yeah, you do get that every time. I was thinking about some of those lights that sort of hide the moonlight from regular view, but in this light you do get the regular modes each time you cycle through: moonlight, low, medium, and high. It does have the flashing modes, as I mentioned, and to get to those you have to double click. So here's your strobe, and then if I press it again, I'll be in SOS, and then if I press it again, I'll be in location beacon. And if I keep pressing it, it'll just keep recycling through the flashing modes with each press. But in order to turn the flashing modes off, I have to press and hold the button, and then it will just completely shut off. But obviously, you know, it'll just shut off, so you're off. And then press it again in just press it again with one press, and then I'm back to the regular modes again. So that's basically the operation of it. As you can see, remember that double click goes into the flashing modes, and a regular click just cycles through all the regular modes, and a holding press will turn it off. So it's very simple indeed to operate, and has a nice user interface as far as I'm concerned. And again, this would be pretty identical with what the Manker E11 does. This happens to be a little bit cheaper than the Manker, so if you'd like to go to GearBest and check out their price, you can do that. There is a link below for that, which will take you to their sales page for the flashlight, and you can see what kind of a bargain you can get on the UT01. You can also visit my website at lightsandgear.com. That link is below, and I've got my written review there, which will of course show you the outdoor beam shots that I've taken with the flashlight as well. So check all that out and let me know what you think of the Utorch UT01. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. It's certainly small enough to take absolutely anywhere you need to go, and it has good light as far as I'm concerned. I really do like this this cool white tint on the, I'm sorry, the neutral white, not the cool white. I like the neutral white tint on this one especially. But anyway, do thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with another flashlight review. Take care.